Welcome to Willow Springs International Raceway in Rosamond, California. Home to the oldest permanent road course in the United States, we've sent our very own Kalyn Corrigan to a day at the races in order to find out how the stunts were created for the slaughter race sequence in Disney's Ralph Breaks the Internet, the sequel to the breakout hit Wreck-It Ralph. Kalyn will talk to the head of animation, Renato Dos Anjos, and stunt coordinator Jeremy Fry about how learning and planning real car stunts helps make the animated ones come to life. But that's not all. Kalyn will also strap in and put the pedal to the metal for some high-speed racing and stunt driving. Just another day at the office here at JoBlo.com.
One of the things that we did, we came here to Willow Springs and did the same thing that you guys got a chance to do, and got to drive around the track real fast, which you can't get to do on the freeway. Don't do it. So that was cool. For me, it felt like you can kind of. The main goal for me was kind of getting out of here with understanding how it felt to drive cars the way we needed to in slaughter race. There's a lot that kind of goes into that. One of the cool things that we did prior to that, we brought in Jeremy Fry, who's an amazing stunt driver, and he worked on a ton of films. He came in, talked to the team about what it is to kind of maneuver a car the way we need it in the film. How do you actually get a car to drift? When do you shift gear? When do you don't shift gear? How do you accelerate? When you brake? All those very kind of nuances of manipulating the car. How do you get the car to do the things they need? We wanted to kind of capture that in the film, so people, when people watch it, they would feel that the movie is actually, all those actions were believable. So if you watch the movie, everything that the characters are doing is very proper. Like when they shift gears, it's they're on the right gear. If they shift from second to third gear, they're doing that properly. When they brake, that's the right time for them to brake. When they turn, that's the right time for them to turn. We didn't want to cheat or fake anything. We wanted everything to be done properly. So just to convey the feeling of realism.
She's coming up right behind us! Oh, hello!
How did you become a part of Ralph Breaks the Internet?
I was contacted because of a previous project I'd worked on, which was Baby Driver. I doubled the lead actor and did the driving sequences in that. There was a bunch of guys involved. It was definitely a team effort. I had the pleasure and the honor of doubling the lead, though, so most of the sequences he was kind of the featured guy. So when my understanding is that the movie was referenced and they wanted to get in touch with the guy who was doing the driving, so some calls were made, and then my agent got in touch with me and said that Disney wanted to talk to me about looking at this project, which I had not seen the first one, and it was very good, actually. I really enjoyed it, so it was really exciting to work on the second one. So.
Yeah, and see, I'm no expert on racing, but it seemed to me like Ralph Breaks the Internet was very realistic in terms of its racing. I mean, how did you assist the animators in bringing that to life?
They did all the work. It was great. I just show up and they say, "What do you think of this?" Some thoughts, some ideas. So they already had the bones of it mapped out. So when I looked at it, I just gave little things, little suggestions, like if the car is going to do that, it would react a little differently. Instead of it doing this, it would do that. So there were small notes that I gave, and then there were also some driving technique inputs as well. We actually went out to one of the guys' cars. It was a convertible, so everyone could see, and we talked about heel toe and shifting and double clutching and what that might look like and when you might do it.
Is there one stunt in particular that you're very proud of that you've done in your career?
Yeah, there is one that kind of stands out, and funny enough, it was a gag. We call them gags. It was a gag that I had seen in an animated movie. I was at a friend's house. I happened to look at the TV while some kids were watching. I see this car do this really cool gag. It jumps kind of sideways and lands on the road and takes off. And I thought, wow, that was really cool. Like, we've got to do that. So I call up my buddy I text my buddy who's the second unit director who I work with a lot, and said, "Hey, just saw this on a cartoon. We got to do it." And I briefly described it. And so we kind of filed it away, and then it came up on John Wick 2. my buddy were going through what we're going to be doing. He's like, hey, remember we were talking about, a year ago? It's like, I think we could do it here. I said, absolutely. So in John Wick 2, there's a shot of the Mustang coming out of a building sideways in the air, and it lands and takes off. So that was
amazing.
Yeah, I'm pretty proud of that one.
I'm gonna try to remember how to do this.
It's tricky.
Well, you ready?